Welcome everybody to TWHS High School to the Bruin Gymnasium for tonight's varsity women's matchup between the Lebanon Tigers and the TWHS Bruins here on homecoming night. So Mr. Spears, how about let's look into Lebanon here. What we got so far on the table for the Bruins to face up tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they come in on the season 8-9 overall. They're looking to overcome a 4-game losing streak. They beat Frankfurt out last time pretty well, so they're trying to get some confidence back and going again, trying to get 2 wins in a row here tonight. So they're going to be hungry, right? They know they're coming in here on homecoming night. They know that there's a milestone potentially on the horizon tonight as well for us too. So they're going to try to play the role of spoilers tonight.
No, yeah, like you said, with them easily handling Frankfurt, Claire Boiling and Jade Mount have been their 2 superstars of this team. Claire Boiling with 11.2 points per game and 6.5 rebounds, and Jade Mount 55% from the floor, and that's a senior and a junior.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 3-1 in conference as well, so this is another key conference win as we start to wrap up the Sagamore Conference, right, and what it was going to look like. So there's a lot on the line tonight, and I'm sure they're going to come out ready to go.
One final thing on Lebanon. Last time these two teams met was a 51-47 game, super close. Lebanon came out on top, and I think we're expecting another great game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Now for the Bruins, I think what we're going to have to look for tonight is can we keep things under control, right? Can we control the pace? Can we control the tempo of the game? Execute our stuff, not get too worked up, not let the emotion, everything of the night get, take it over too much, right?
No, yeah, that's a big thing, and also these girls they need to get out early. They need to apply that pressure. They need to hold it, because if these girls get behind, you can physically see they start to wear down, they start to slow down, and then that's when the game slowly starts slipping away. And you can see that on the record. They're 9-9 this year. They're looking to head out on top here late in the season.
Yeah, it ought to be a good one tonight. Looking forward to it. Both teams are out on the court warming up now. Why don't we step aside, come back, and we'll have some action here in a little bit.
Yep, sounds good. Welcome back to TWHS High School. We're now about to get rolling here with the women's varsity game as we're about to meet your starters from both teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will everyone please stand and remove your hats as we honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TWHS High School to the great Bruin Gymnasium for tonight's Saturday conference matchup between the visiting Lebanon Tigers and your TWHS Bruin. First, let's meet the visiting starters from Lebanon. Wearing number 3, Claire Bowling. Wearing number 15, Layla Richards. Wearing number 21, Sophie Hiker. Wearing number 41, Jade Mount. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Tigers, wearing number 44, Katie Bowling. The Tigers are coached by Aaron Paul.
44.
And now, TWHS fans, get on your feet as we meet your Bruins starting lineup. A 5'6" junior wearing number 24, Anaya.
Their numbers are off a little bit, so I don't know who the other fifth starter is number-wise.
They didn't even have it on it. They said it was number 44.
Right, yeah.
Tonight's IHSAA officials are David Childress, Rick Norris, and Trip Childress. Ladies, let's play basketball.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The starters are set. The players are on the court. Now all that's left, time to get this tip off. Let's get this game rolling.
That's right. This ought to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.
Looks like Lebanon has number 41, Jade Mountain. Your Bruins have number 23, Cameron Ferris in the circle. Tips up, and the Bruins come down with it, and we're underway. Anthony brings it up the floor. Anthony pulling it back out, setting up a play for the Bruins. Anthony glides out to the center, looking for something. Back to Bear. Bear on the wing, looking inside to Bruner at the top of the key. Bruner back to Bear. Bear, Bruner with the pick. Bear trying to drive off it. Got nothing. To Anthony, to Benner in the corner. Back to Bear. Bear holds it at the wing, looking for something. Back to Benner in the corner.
Bruins doing a nice job of staying patient here.
Bruner up top, back to Bear. Bear dribbling it around the outside to Anthony. Anthony drives in, through 4 defenders. Shot won't go. Lebanon now brings it back up the floor with number 3, Claire Bowling. Bowling to number 21, Sophie Kiker. Kiker dribbles. Bruins trying to trap. Lebanon gets it back out, though. Back to Bowling. Bowling
Bruins
back to
coming out in a 1-3-1 defense.
Lebanon almost loses the ball there, but Kiker comes back up with it up top. Back to Bowling on the wing. Back to Kiker up top. Kiker looks at 44 in the corner. 44's got nothing. Back to Kiker. Kiker looks inside, but Ferris with the steal, but now it's on the ground. Ferris going to come up with the jump ball, but the ball's going to stay in Lebanon's possession.
Yeah, Bruins are running this 1-3-1 defense, and anytime you're running a zone, you want to make sure you get your hands out, be big. You got to communicate as well. When the ball goes down in the corner and that wing drops down, you got to call them off and rotate.
Lebanon takes on under the basket, feeds it inside to number 41, Jade Mount, but won't go. Ball is out of bounds off of Lebanon. It's going to go to the Bruins. Anthony gets the inbound from Bruner. Anthony bringing it up the floor. Bruins hoping to come away with some points here and strike first. Anthony dribbles out to Bear on the wing. Bear jab steps, drives. He's got nothing to Bruner. Bruner trying to drive off Bear's pick. Can't get it. Anthony in the corner. Anthony drives baseline. Out to Benner. Benner inside the arc for the shot. No good. But Ferris trying to come down with the rebound, but tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, the first 2 offensive possessions for Tri-West, they've been patient. They've worked the ball. Just got to settle down and finish. They'll be fine.
Bowling to Kiker. Now Kiker's going to bring it up the floor. Bruins trying to trap Kiker in the corner. Gets it out, though, but it's on the floor. Bear tries to get it, but a foul is called on Bear. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that is number 15, Layla Richards on Lebanon. So an offensive foul, and the ball's going to go back to the Bruins.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things you can do out of that 1-3-1 is you want to use the corner at half court as a defender. You trap right there, cut that space down. Bruins were able to generate the turnover there.
Anthony brings it back up the floor to Ferris. Ferris pump fakes, jabbing, tries to drive, gets held up. Gonna get called on a travel.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. You kind of get in between, ball gets hung up, you keep going. Ref sees it as a travel.
Into the game for the Tigers, number 22, Marina Barr. It's going to be inbounded to Barr. Barr looking, Bruins in a press. Out to Bowling. Bowling back to Barr. Anthony almost with the steal, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell this zone press is giving Lebanon some trouble. Their coaches are over there trying to coach them up on how to beat this press.
Richards going to take it out on the sideline for Lebanon. Lebanon up the floor to number 44. 44 tries to chuck it cross court, but number 41, Jade Mount, was not looking, and it's going to sail out of bounds.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the benefits of playing in a zone press like that. You speed the other team up, make them make errors, and here you go. Now you got the ball back.
Bruins bring it back up the floor. Still a 0-0 game here with 5 minutes 30 left to play in the first quarter. Anthony looking to the left, up to Bear in the corner. Passes to Bear. Bear drives, layup, no good. Lebanon going to come down to the ball. And it's going to stay Lebanon ball as Bear tries to steal it. Taking out for the Tigers under the basket is going to be Bowling. Bowling inbounded to Richards. Richards back to Bowling. Bowling up the middle, piercing through this press. Ball is loose. Lebanon going to recover, but they're going to call it travel.
Yeah, another turnover here generated by this Bruin defense. Said we just really got to settle down now offensively and get a finish here, get on the board.
Anthony looking for a pick from Benner. She's going to get it, but doesn't take it. Anthony now driving around up top, looking for something, trying to get something here, but can't. Just dribbling around up here. Ferris with the screen, and Anthony still doesn't take it. Anthony tries to hand it off to Benner. She's got nothing else. She's got no dribble, but gets it off to Benner. Benner, a lob pass to Bear. What a drive, but the layup won't go. Bear tries to come down with her own rebound, but can't get it. Ball's in the bounce out of bounds, and the possession goes to Lebanon.
Yeah, that's kind of an odd one to me. That was a good take. I thought there was some contact there. Don't get the whistle. You don't get the ball either. That kind of hurts there a little bit. Again, we're running our stuff. We're being patient. We just got to finish.
Checking back into the game for the Tigers, number 21, Sophie Kiker. Lebanon takes it out of the basket. Bruins still in this 2-2-1 press. Lebanon tries to lob it over. Ferris commits too much, and Lebanon's going to strike first in this game with Jade Mount putting in a layup off the press.
Yeah, and just like we said, the zone press can create havoc. It can also lead to quick breakdowns, and unfortunately that's what happened to the Bruins right there.
That basket, Tigers up 2-0 up here with just a little over 4 minutes left to play as Benner tries to drive, but the shot won't go. Tigers bring it back up the floor. Bruins trapping in the corner. A foul going to be called. No, excuse me, a jump.
Yeah, now that's interesting right there, Lane, because I think the official on the baseline initially thought there was going to be a foul call. He looked to his partner out here who had it as a jump ball. That's a good job of officiating because the trail official actually had a better view of that play than the guy down on the baseline. That's good officiating.
So the Bruins going to come with the ball after the jump as Anthony brings it up and passes it to Benner. Benner's looking for some on the wing, dribbles around up top, passes it to Bear. Bear gets a screen for Ferris. Bear for three, no good, off the rim. Lebanon comes down with the rebound. Ferris trying to rip it away but can't get it. Lebanon brings back down the court of number 22, Barr. Barr looking for something. Tries to pass it, and Anthony gets a tip on it, and it's going to fall in Bruner's hands as the Bruins bring it back down the floor. Bear jumping around the wing, crosses over, drives it in, up for the layup. It's good, and the Bruins are on the board. Bear with a layup there, ties the game up here at 2 with 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. Lebanon big, Ferris staying more disciplined this time. Lebanon puts up a 3, just bounces in and out. But the ball, it looks like it's going to bounce off of Bear's hand instead of stay down with the Tigers.
All right, can't fall asleep here on the inbound. Lebanon on their last inbound play kind of threw a lob right in the middle of the lane with no resistance. So we got to make sure, it looks like we're zoning up here on this inbound. We got to make sure we're watching cutters. Here comes the inbounder.
Lebanon inbounds into the corner, out of the wing. Back inside to Mount. Mount tries to put up a shot, won't go, heavily defended. Anthony comes down with the rebound. Now she brings it up the floor. Anthony crossing over, trying to mix up her defender. Out to Benner. Benner dribbling, crosses over, trying to drive, can't get it. Lebanon gets a tip, and they're going to come away with the steal. Number 21, Kiker gets the steal, brings it up the floor, drives in the lane, layup won't go. Benner gets the rebound, and Anthony brings it back up the floor. Anthony to Benner, Bruner with the 3 off the rim. Benner tried to come down with the rebound, fought Kiker over it, and it's going to bounce out of bounds and stay with the Bruins.
Yeah, Lane, I'd be really interested to see if the Bruins can get a good post feed going here. It looks like a couple of times on the offensive set they wanted to get a post feed but haven't been able to do it.
Anthony off the inbound to Bear. Bear puts up a 3, but won't go. Now Lebanon brings back down the floor with Bowling. Bowling looks for a play. Pass to Kiker. Kiker cross court to number 2, Beer. Beer puts up a shot, won't go. Kiker gets the rebound. Kiker drives, can't get the shot to go, but a foul's called. Looks like going to be on Zoe Bruner.
Yeah, it's a good job of rotating there defensively. Again, I know I keep harping on it, but when you're playing a 1-3-1 zone like this, those pockets in the zone, right, are really important. What we mean by that is that's an area where 2 defenders are converging together, and you got to communicate and call each other off. What that leads to is rotation, right? So you got to make sure that you're rotating because the ball always moves faster than man. So you got to make sure you're talking, communicating. Right there, they kind of got a breakdown. We're able to get it underneath and drew the contact.
Kiker with 2 shots. Her first one misses, but her second one goes. And now Tigers take a 3-2 lead with 2:15 left to play. Anthony brings up the floor for the Bruins. Anthony sets something up, out to Bear on the wing. Bear looking, pass it to Ferris up top. Ferris looking for a cut, can't get it. Back to Benner. Excuse me, Bruner. Bruner to Anthony on the wing. Anthony looking for something, pump fakes, out to Ferris up top. Ferris picks up her dribble, back to Anthony. Anthony to Benner. Benner back to Anthony. Anthony tries to drive in. Tries to pass out to Bear. Bear gets it at the elbow. It's good. Give her another 2. Bear has the Bruins up 4 only points. As Bruner gets the steal, Bruner drives in 2-on-1. Won't go. Benner going to come down with the rebound though, and she's going to put it back up for 2.
Yeah, good hustle, good effort there. This zone press still going to cause Lebanon some trouble. You can see they're just indecisive. You got to be smart there.
Now, TWHS number
Benner going to get called on the foul. Looks like it'll be a block. But with those fast break points, that suddenly propelled the Bruins up 6-3 here with 1 minute 20 left to play.
Yeah,
the Bruins haven't really had anything going offensively, but defensively they've been playing very, very well and eliminating Lebanon until only 3 points so far.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good call, Lane. This defense is kind of dictating everything. I just kind of get a feeling that if TWHS can settle down in the offensive half court, they're going to be fine.
That jump ball going to be called as the Bruins trap the ball carrier, but possession is going to stay with the Tigers. Lebanon going to take it out to Bowling. Lebanon at half court. Benner trying to force it to go left. She goes left. Benner holding up good defense up top. Pass to Barr. Inside to number 2. Back out to number 23. Back to 2. Drives low. Kiker tries to go up. Looked like a block, but the ref's going to call. Looks like number 23, Cameron Fair's on a foul.
Yeah, it was a good block up top, but got him down low with the body on the drive. And that was a good job by Lebanon there, as we were talking about earlier, with rotation and zone. Their passes right there were a little bit more crisp than what they had in their previous sets. You get those nice, crisp, quick passes, that's going to make the defense have to rotate even quicker.
Kiker at the line for 2 again, misses her first. But into the game for the Bruins, number 32, Megan Lane. And coming out of the game is number 23, Cameron Fairs. Kiker looking to put up her second free throw. 2 for 3 on the night, now 2 for 4. Benner tries to come down with the rebound, but the ball's going to stay with Lebanon. And into the game for the Tigers, number 24, Riley Vanneman. Lebanon going to take it out under the basket. Out to number 23 in the corner. Out to number 22, Barr. Barr not looking for some as we've reached under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Vanneman puts up a 3. It's good. Give the Tigers 3. We're all tied up here, 6-6 with 38 seconds left to play as the Bruins bring it down the floor. Anthony passes to number 20, Mulligan. Mulligan tries to drive, gives it to Lane. Lane picks up her dribble, spinning in the lane, gives it to Bear. Bear loses the ball. Tigers gonna come up with it. Tigers dribbling down the floor. Benner trying to set up a trap to Kiker. Kiker dribbling to the corner for Vanneman. Vanna 2 won't go off the front of the rim. Bear comes down with the rebound. Going to be called a jump ball, and the ball's going to go to the Bruins.
Yeah, dodged a little bit of a bullet right there. Lost one in transition. She had just knocked down a 3. Thankfully, she missed that jumper there.
13 seconds left in the half. Anthony got to bring it up for the Bruins. Bruins looks like they're going to try and get off this last second shot. Mulligan on the wing. Mulligan looking. Loses the ball. 3 seconds left to play. Gives it to Anthony. Anthony got to chuck up a shot here. Gets it off, just off the rim, and we're going to end this first quarter tied up all at 6.
Yeah, all in all, I mean, if you're TWHS there, you got to feel a little disappointed because your defense generated a lot of turnovers. You did a pretty good job in the half court, blocking out. You just couldn't really execute on offense. You guys got to slow down, finish. That's got to be the theme, I think, over there in the huddle right now is just finish. We're being patient. There's things that are open. You just got to take your time, finish each possession, make Lebanon break down, and then just keep causing havoc with your zone press because Lebanon looks really disjointed right now because of that.
No, yeah, this game right now is coming down to the battle of the defenses. TWHS can't really get anything done on offense down here with Lebanon. I think they're running a man defense in the down here. TWHS did the same thing with their 2-3 and their 2-2-1 trap press up here. Both defenses are playing out of their minds right now as we're only limited to 6 points on each side.
Yeah, and one observation that I'd make is, to me it appears like it's going to be a physical game. There's some contact out there tonight. You got to be strong. You got to finish around the basket. You got to be strong with the ball on the perimeter. If we can do that, I think that'll help kind of clean things up a little bit in the offensive possessions.
Lebanon going to come out of the quarter timeout with the ball.
Looks like we're sticking with the 1-3-1 zone. No, maybe going man here.
Allie Bear going to pass it to number 3, Bowling. Bowling tries to feed it inside, but it's tipped.
Good hands.
Off the hands of the Bruins, though. But Benner going to tip it out. It's going to stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, that's one of the things you like to see out of your defense, regardless of whether you're playing zone, man, is active hands. Now, this is a tough place to inbound from. Notice they're over in this corner here, so this can be a good opportunity to maybe generate a steal off of this if they can keep the ball isolated.
Kiker way down the corner, lobs it up to Bowling. Bowling should have come down with the ball. Bowling dribbling around, calling out a play. Passes it to Ali Bear. Bear tries to drive. Spinning. Jump ball for Bear. Excuse me, a foul going to be called on Lauren Bear. Tigers going to have it out in front of the Bruins bench. Vanneman looking to someone to pass it in. Gets it to Ali Bear. Feeds it inside. Won't go. Mulligan comes on the rebound. Dribbling it up the floor. Trying to get fast break. Drives inside. Pump fake. Sits up. A block. Benner going to come out with the ball though. Kicks out to Bear. Bear's shot won't go. Off of Lebanon and Benner's hand and back into Lebanon possession.
It's a good job by Mulligan of realizing nobody stopped ball. She just went all the way to the basket. Unfortunately, there was a rotation over to get the block, but it was a good job of recognizing nobody had stopped ball, and she was going all the way to the basket.
Lebanon going to inbound it to Ali Bear. Bear into the corner for Vanneman. Vanneman dribbles out. Back to Bear. Or Beer, excuse me. Beer driving inside. Kicks out to Bowling. Bowling for three. Way long. Going to dribble out of bounds, and the ball's going to go to the Bruins after an air ball. So the Bruins here looks like going to get their second possession of the quarter. It's just 7 minutes left to play. Still tied up here, 6-6, as Anthony brings it up the floor for the Bruins. Anthony dribbles to her right, out on the wing. Anthony fakes to Mulligan, but pass it to Mulligan. Bowling tried to jump the route. Bear gets it, going to put up a shot, and it's good. Give her another two. Oh, and Anthony going to get the steal off the inbound. Anthony for three, just off the front of the rim. Lebanon going to come down with the rebound. Beer dribbles it up the floor. Spin moves away from Anthony's attempted steal. Out to Bowling. Lebanon going to slow it down, going to get a reset. Bowling tries to drive. Bear playing good defense, forcing her out. Vanneman off the pick and spin, won't go. Kiker now up top, crosses to the right. Kiker's got nothing, feeds it inside to Mount. Mount up with a shot, won't go. Rebounded by Mulligan, and the Bruins bring it back up the floor. Mulligan inside the lane. Lane drives, looking for something, but they're going to call travel on Lane.
Yeah, just got to slow down a little bit there. We got lucky on that last offensive possession. You called it, Lane. The gamble on the shooting the passing lane misses. Bear can knock down the jumper. Now, one thing we need to watch here is, we're getting into our bench a little bit. You get some bench players in. You want to run your same type of stuff that you've been running, but you got to make sure that everybody knows their roles and responsibilities. Somebody comes in and they're in a zone press, they need to know where they need to be.
Lebanon tries to feed inside to Bowling. Bowling quick kick out back to Kiker. Kiker for three off the rim. Bear going to come down with the rebound. Bear jumps it up the floor. Tries to get it to Benner, but it's going to be off Lebanon's foot, and the ball's going to stay with the Bruins. Into the game for the Bruins, checking in, number 21, Chloe Zunick. Coming out is Anaya Anthony. Benner going to take it out to the basket for the Bruins. Out to Mulligan. Mulligan at the wing. Going to pass it to Bear. Bear pump fakes deep three. Just short. Mulligan coming out with the rebound though. Dribbles in. Puts it back up. And it's good. Get Mulligan two. Mulligan now with that shot improves the Bruins lead to 4, 10-6 here with 5:30 left to play in the second quarter. Bowling breaks it down the floor. Levin trying to call something out to Richards. Richards on the wing. Trying to feed it inside. She's got nothing. Kiker, but Mulligan jumps a route. Mulligan tries to get the ball. She just gives up on the play, and Kiker's going to get the ball back. Lebanon now throwing it down the floor to Bowling. Bowling feeds inside to Mount, but Zunick tries to get the steal, stops the momentum, but Mount's still going to put up the layup. Bruins inbounded to Bear, and Bear going to slow it down as she brings it up the floor. Bear passes it to Benner. Benner on the wing, looking for something. Dribbles, passes it to Lane up top. Lane, big man for three, just off the rim.
Caught the strap.
A ref's going to call a shot clock violation. Or excuse me, a shot clock violation.
Yeah, there's those straps above the backboard, and sometimes you get a ball that hits off the rim and goes up. When it hits that, it's a dead ball.
Lebanon brings it to the floor with Kiker. Kiker dribbling, looks for something. Pass to Bowling. Bowling on the left wing. Bowling, triple threat. Tries it over to her right. Gets it back to Kiker. Mulligan, hands up defense. Inside pass to number 22, but a foul going to be called on Chloe Zunin.
Foul on try, number 21, Chloe Zunin. Her first, team second. Returning to the floor for the Tigers, number 44, Katie Mullen.
Well, you'd really like to see the Bruins get a stop here and a score as we get close to the 4-minute mark.
Lebanon quick inbound to Bowling. Bowling going to put up the layup, and now this game's all tied up with 4:26 left to play. Bear gets the inbound, going to slow it down. Looking for someone to materialize on the floor. Bear goes to right, pass it to Benner. Benner to Mulligan. Mulligan in the corner for three, way short. But off Lebanon's fingertips. Megan Lane going to put it back up, won't go. Benner with the rebound, though, and she's going to put it in.
Yeah, I don't know if Megan was just off balance there, but she was definitely kind of fading toward the sideline when she threw that shot up, and thankfully we had somebody there to clean it up.
Lebanon fast break down the floor into Mount. Mulligan tries to get the block out, but Mount going to put up a layup, and Bruins going to call a timeout. This game's tied up 12-12 with 3:53 left to play in the half.
Looks like both coaches went to call timeout there, and Coach Crafton was like, hey, let them have it. We'll keep our timeout.
No, yeah, but again, like we said at the end of the first quarter, this has been going to be a heavy defensive game. I mean, still these score totals under 20, still with only 3 minutes left to play.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the last couple times what I was trying to reference earlier at the break was you got some new players in the game here, right? You got some bench players that are in now, and you can just kind of tell a little bit on the zone press, either some players are out of position or just aren't getting where they need to be, and it's leading to some breakdowns, and that's how Lebanon's been able to score their last couple of buckets here. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Crafton does over there in the huddle. If she decides to stick with it, get the starters back in, kind of get rejuvenated a little bit. But this last 3+ minutes is going to be important for the Bruins, hopefully to build a little bit of lead going into halftime.
Yeah, the Bruins definitely, like you said, Coach Spears, the Bruins definitely in that huddle trying to get some spark here before halftime as the Bruins inbounded into Anthony. Bruins look like they went back with the starters except for Zunic and Mulligan on the floor as Anthony passes it to Mulligan at the right wing. Mulligan, triple threat, triples to her left, back out to Anthony at the opposite wing. Anthony out to Bear up top, Bear to Mulligan. Mulligan jab steps, drives in, pump fakes, won't go. Bear drives in, a foul going to get called.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I've noticed, we run this action a little bit here where we'll look for the post, we'll throw it out to the wing and cut hard, drive, and then we need to have somebody slide out of the way to create some spacing. It's kind of getting congested in the lane.
And as the Bruins trying to inbound, it looks like Anthony stepped over the line on the inbound. The ball's going to go to the Tigers. Tigers going to inbound it to number 22, Barr. Barr, look at some Bruins trying to trap. Way down the floor up to number 15. Ferris with the steal. Anthony going to come out with it. Anthony now on the fast break. Looking, dribbles in, drives into the defender. He's going to get the foul called. It looks like shooting two.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Anaya, not only on coming up with the ball, pushing it. She knew that she was going to initiate the contact and get some kind of call, right? Thankfully for her, the Lebanon defender kind of twisted a little bit, bailed her out some because she was definitely a little bit out of control there.
So Anthony going to be shooting the Bruins' first 2 free throws of the night as she makes her first. Checking in for the Tigers, number 21, Sophie Kiker. As Anthony going to be dealt her second shot. Dribbles, and it's up. And it's off. As the Bruins only going to be up 13-12 now with 3:15 left to play. As Lebanon tries to get a fast break, but tipped by Cameron Ferris into Anthony's hands. Anthony driving again. This time, not going to go for the foul, but it's going to go for the bucket. And now Anthony with that spark of just like the Bruins needed, going to force Lebanon into a timeout here with just 3 minutes, 5 seconds left to play. Yeah,
and another great job by Nia Anthony of just recognizing in transition, nobody's setting up to stop the ball. Clear path to the lane, finish strong. Now, another nice thing about this, too, is this timeout gives Tri-West a chance to get their defense set. We're still at 3-minute mark. You can see the effectiveness a little bit more that last time of getting back into that zone press. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Bruins come back out that again in that after this timeout.
Bruins looking to extend their lead here. This is only 15 to 12 here during this timeout.
One note we might want to bring up here as we're in this timeout is Lauren Bear currently sits with 6 points on the game. She's 6 points away from 1,000 in her career.
No, yeah, she had a really good game earlier in the year, dropping what I think was 32 against Northmont. Looking to extend that, cement her name in women's basketball history here. As both teams squeeze out of the timeout. Lebanon going to have the ball under the basket.
Looks like TWHS is just going to run a standard 1-3-1 here, or maybe dropping into a 1-2-2. Sometimes you want to disguise that. You'll disguise a zone coming out so a team starts to set up for something, and then you shift it up on them.
Bowling tries to get it to mount in the corner. Won't go. Bruins trying to trap on top. Bowling forces it to the middle into a den of Bruins. Anthony almost gets a tip, but won't get it into Kiker's hands. Kiker tries to dribble, puts up a shot, get it to go. Anthony going to come down with it. Anthony up the floor to Ferris. Ferris drives in. Tries to throw it back out to, looks like Mulligan, but it's going to get called on the foul. Foul's going to be on the floor, so it looks like the Bruins going to get it under the basket. Anthony going to take it out. No, excuse me, Zunic going to take it out for the Bruins. Bruins on the inbound, up top to Anthony. Anthony holds it to Mulligan. Mulligan on the left wing. Drives out to the top, crosses, back to Anthony on the left wing.
Boy, the Bruins don't see Bear wide open over here on this wing. Guess it doesn't matter as they drain the three.
You can see even Lebanon bench was telling him to come cover Bear here on the opposite wing. Anthony still covered three. He's going to go 18 to 12 for the Bruins.
And that's only going to help stretch the floor. If Anaya Anthony and other Bruins can knock down shots like that, that's only going to help Lauren later in the game.
Bruins try to get that stop there on the mount layup, but Zunic going to get called on the foul.
Foul TWHS number 21, Chloe Zunic. Her second, team's third.
Yeah, as we were watching this offensive possession down here, I kept thinking if they screen the top person in the zone, there's no way they're going to be able to get over to Lauren. She was wide open, but Bruins did a nice job of being patient, and Anaya did a nice job of knocking that shot down.
Mount going to make her first free throw here for the Tigers. Score is now 18 to 13 with 2:05 left to play. Mount sets up, free throw is up and good. Now only a 4-point game as we enter the 2-minute mark here before halftime. Anthony slowly bringing up the floor for the Bruins. Out to Zunic on the wing. Zunic looking for some Ferris up top on the key. Gonna take one dribble, puts up a shot wide up top, tries to bank it in, won't go. Anthony playing scrap for the rebound. Gets out to Bear. Bear tries off the glass but won't go. But it's going to be off Lebanon's foot, and it's going to stay with the Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron was left open. She tried to take that shot, and thankfully the rebound squirted out of bounds and stays with the Bruins.
Ferris going to take it out for the Bruins. Ferris trying to throw it up top. Almost gave it away, but anything going to come down with it. Zunic puts up a three in the defender's face. Almost banks in, but won't go. Lebanon's Ali Beer going to come down with the rebound. Beer bringing it up the floor for the Tigers. Beer across half court. It's going to come off her hands. And over in the back going to be called. The ball's going to go back to the Bruins.
Yeah, ball stuck in your hand. Too much dribbling. Bad things happen. Now this is an important possession right here. A little under a minute and a half to go. You got a 4-point lead. They can get this to 6 or 7. Get another stop to end the half. That'd be huge.
Mulligan inbounds it to Anthony. 1:23 left to play. Bruins still up by 4, 18 to 14. Zunic in the corner. Looks to put up a shot, but won't take it. Passes it to Bear. Bear crosses left. Step back. Won't take the shot. Back to Ferris. Ferris back to Bear up top. Bear deep three. Just off the front of the rim. Zunic going to come down with the rebound, though. Tries to get it out, but it's going to be off Lebanon's hands. Going to stay with the Bruins. Bruins getting really lucky here with these under-the-basket kickouts. They're trying to get it out to these open ladies on the wing, but just Lebanon closing down on the ball down low.
Yeah.
Anthony going to take it out for the Bruins. Anthony needs to get it in here. Bear contested inbound, and will go to the Tigers. Tigers almost overthrow it out of bounds. Bruins fall back in their man-to-man press. Tiger's going to get it across the court into the corner. A wide open bar. Won't get the three go. But Beer going to come up with the rebound. Beer puts it up, and it's going to be a good. Tigers shrink this lead down to 2 with 43 seconds left to play. The Bruins now only up by 2, 18-16. Anthony looks like going to try and dribble out this clock. Out to Mulligan on the left wing. Mulligan, triple threat. Dribbles out to her right. Up top, back to Anthony. Anthony loses the ball. We're going to keep possession. Anthony dribbles into her left, kicks out to Zunic. Zunic to Mulligan. Mulligan pump fakes, back to Anthony on the wing. Anthony at the wing holding it. 15 seconds left to play. Anthony dribbles up top, back to Mulligan on the wing. Mulligan to Bear. Bear drives at the elbow, shoots just off the back of the rim. Fair's going to come down with the rebound. Fair's puts it back up off the glass. Anthony going to put it back up, and it's going to get called for a foul with 2.4 seconds left.
Yeah, that was good hustle there by Anaya to kind of crash weak side. No one put a body on her, and she stuck in there. We look a little confused these last couple possessions on offense, like we're not really quite sure what we should be running. It'll be interesting to kind of see because we were pretty crisp early on. It kind of looked like we stalled out these last offensive possessions.
Anthony makes her first free throw. Anthony lines up for a second. Looking to push the Bruins lead here to 4 going into halftime. Shot is up, and it's good. Bruins now up 20-16. Tigers looking to get up a quick shot. We're going to put up the full quarter, but just not enough power, and the Bruins go into halftime with a 4-point lead, 20-16. So yeah, this game is definitely going to be a battle of the defenses. I mean, only 20 points is our high score, and still only a 4-point game.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, I mean, early on, it looked like we were doing a good job of running our stuff. We just couldn't finish. Defense was strong. We turned it on a little bit there in the second quarter. Hopefully we can come out. We talk about it all the time. That 8-minute period of a game, the last 4 of the first half, first 4 of the second half, are really important. If we can get out, get a little bit of momentum going, that would be huge for us.
No, you said it perfectly. If these Bruins can just pick up their momentum and just keep it and hold it and just see if they can hold these Tigers to minimal points like they have this first half, it's looking like a great path to a win. Well, we're going to step away here for halftime. We'll bring you right back here for at the end of halftime to bring you back into the game. Welcome back to TWHS High School here just before the end of halftime. Here before the Bruins and the Tigers take back the floor. Mr. Spears, what do you think the Bruins need to achieve here to come out with the win here in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about at the end of the first half, I think as long as we stay crisp and consistent, patient on offense, and finish, right? That's got to be the message. You've got to finish your possessions. We didn't really do a great job of that in the first quarter. Got a little bit better with it in the second quarter. That's going to be the key on offense. Defensively, if we can stay in the zone press, if we can cause a little bit of havoc there, create more turnovers, we have to make sure that we rotate and block out. Anytime you run a zone, anytime you run your press, you open up yourself for rotations, backdoor rebounds, not getting a body on a player. So you got to make sure that you finish on both ends of the floor. I think as long as we do that, we're going to be okay.
Bruins take back the floor. Going to go back with the starters. Looks like the Tigers going to change up a couple of their starters. But the Bruins going to start in the second half with the basketball as Bruner going to take it out. Bruner inbounds to Anthony will get the second half underway. Anthony back to Bruner. Bruner in the corner to Benner. Benner looking, dribbles out, up to the wing, out to Bear. Bear off the pick from Ferris. Bear drives up with a layup, just off the run of the rim, but Ferris going to come down with the rebound. Anthony drives, puts it back up, just short. And Mount going to come down with the rebound for the Tigers. Tigers cross-court pass to Barr. Barr into 23, back out to Beer. Beer back to Barr. Barr, little shot, it's going to go in. Tigers strike first here at the half, 20-18. Bruins on the floor. Anthony's got it at the top. Anthony to Bruner in the corner. Bruner looking. Gives it back to Anthony. Anthony setting up a play to Bruner again on the wing. Bruner, she's got nothing. Out to Ferris up top of the key. Ferris out to Bear. Bear into the corner to Anthony. Anthony's looking. Dribbles to her right. Out to Benner. Benner bounce pass to Bear. Bear in the corner looking. Ferris steps in, steps back out outside the arc. Swings to Anthony. Anthony swings to Bruner. Bruner throws it back out to the corner. Benner dribbles in. Anthony's got it. Loses it for a second. He's going to get it back. Benner in the corner. Brewers just can't find a way to work this ball inside. Just keep swinging it outside.
Yeah, we got to go harder here. We're just kind of jogging around. We got to get some crispness going here. Cuts aren't real strong.
Benner, a great spin move in a shot, but travel going to get called. The point's going to be taken off the board. So 20-18 still.
We had a pretty good look at that one where we're at right here, Lane. I didn't see that, but apparently the official saw something a little different.
Lebanon trying to bring up the floor. This time breaking the press. Mount going to put up a layup, and it's going to drop, and we're all tied up at 20. Anthony going to bring up the floor for the Bruins. Anthony looking. She's got nothing. Bruner on the wing. Bruner out to Ferris up top. Ferris dribbles to her left, back to her right. No look past to Bruner. Bruner to Benner. Benner across back to Anthony. Anthony, triple threat. Calling for something. Dribbles to her right. Out to the top of the key. Backs it out. Letting the play set back up. Out to Bruner. Bruner, she's dribbling up top. Pats it to Benner. Benner back to Bruner. Bruner, deep three off the front of the rim. Mount going to come down 3 up for the Tigers as the Tigers bring it back up the floor. Bowling trying to dribble into Bear. Bear going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a frustration foul right there. The first 2 or 3 possessions that we've had, we look flat. We're jogging through. We're not cutting hard. Our passes aren't crisp. If we tighten it up a little bit, that'll kind of get us moving some. We're stagnant around the perimeter. We got to cut hard. You got to screen hard. You got to pass hard. It takes a lot to be able to execute in a varsity game.
Tigers bringing up the floor. 5:30 left to play. Bowling out on the right wing. Into the inside 23 to Beer on the block. Beer puts up a shot. Won't go. Mount going to come up with the rebound. Bowling puts it up off the pass to Mount, and that's going to be points for the Tigers. The Tigers have their first lead of tonight. And the Bruins going to take a timeout.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that might be a good spot for Coach to call a timeout, talk to the girls, settle them down, try to get them kick-started here a little bit, and get something going on the offensive end. That'll help us settle into the defensive side a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, the Bruins, especially Coach over there, definitely looking very frustrated at the girls right now. And like you said a little bit ago, this TWHS offense does not look like it wants to be here. Jogging, no cuts, really looking very stagnant out of halftime. And now the Tigers have gone on a 6-0 run and now have the lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and even that first possession that we had a couple of looks at it. We got an offensive rebound, just couldn't finish, and that's kind of been the theme. And that might be weighing on them a little bit. You know, it gets demoralizing when you can't finish, right? You know, and eventually you kind of start to slow down a little bit, start to get a little sluggish some. So, again, this is a good timeout by Coach Crafton. She's probably over there telling the girls, stay consistent, work hard, then finish, right? But you got to cut hard, you got to pass hard, you got to screen hard in order to be able to make that happen.
Bruins going to start with the ball on the baseline. Inbound to Anthony. Anthony brings it up the floor. Anthony has it at the wing to Benner. Benner back to Anthony. Anthony still on the wing. Anthony looking for something, pulls it back out. Looking for something. Bruins just clueless here on offense. Out to Bear on the wing. Bear dribbles to her right. Out to Bruner, excuse me. Bruner crosses left, back right. Bruner drives in. Pass it to Bear. Bear with another 2 points. Now only 4 away.
Yeah, great cut there by Lauren. That's what we're talking about right there. That's crisp. That's finishing.
Lebanon gets it up the floor. Number 23 drives on the block. Out to Barr. Barr for short 2. Won't go. Benner. Hook pass to Anthony. Anthony to Bear. Bear drives. Spin move off the glass. And it's good. Give her another 2. Only 2 away now from 1,000 points for her. Bruins trapping in the corner. Bruins now have a 2-point lead. Bowling in a sea of Bruins. Gonna be a jump ball. Was gonna stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, you can see a couple of buckets got us energized, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's all it took. It just took a couple of crisp offensive possessions, getting some scores, getting the defense energized, and now you can see these girls are really back into this game.
Bruins now with that run, going to go up 24-22 with 4:08 left to play. Tigers going to get it in. Number 23 dribbles in, shots up off the front of the rim. Bruner going to come down with the rebound, throws it back in to Anthony. Anthony up to Bear. Bear drives in off the rim. Fair's going to come down with the rebound though. Tips it out, but it's out to Bruner. Bruner to Anthony with the no-look pass. Anthony with the quick 3 off the front of the rim. Bear going to come down with the rebound, puts it back up just off the front of the rim. Tiger now looking at Anthony, going to get a steal to Bear. Anthony puts up with the ball. Bear with the rebound, and there it is! Bear, 1,000 career points off a block of Anthony's shot. What a great accomplishment by her. Lauren Bear, 1,000 career points. You can see Bear calling for that ball off the fast break. Anthony can't get it to go, but falls back into Bear's hands and gets it off the rebound for a score.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, those are so hard, right? When you know that you need that one bucket, to not want to force it, right? But thankfully it kind of happened pretty quickly and in a good way. Congratulations to Lauren, that's a great accomplishment. Now you got to turn your attention back to finishing here, right? You got a job that you got to accomplish. You got that out of the way. That's great. Now you kind of turning back to, all right, let's keep our foot on the gas here and keep this thing going.
After the bucket, the Bruins up 26-22 with 3:36 left to play.
I need your help at halftime.
Lebanon inbound to lob past the Bowling. Bowling drives 2-on-1. Should have been a travel called there, but not called. Bruins still going to come down with the basketball. Anthony drives up the floor to Benner. Off the hands. Fair's going to come down with it, though. Won't get the shot to go. Tigers going to come down with the rebound. Tigers again. Lob pass. Tipped off.
Good
tipped
hands.
off the fingers by Benner. Benner back to Bear. Bear Euro steps in the lane just out of the bucket. Bear goes out with
Way
the
to stay
rebound.
with it.
Spin move away. And
Wow.
what a shot by her. Another layup.
Yeah, that was great persistence there by Bear. And now a 5-second call.
Bear with that layup puts the Bruins up 28-22 with just 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to play. And now the Bruins going to get it under their own basket.
Yeah, you can just see the momentum shift in this game. From the moment Coach called that timeout, we got a bucket, got another one. it's really kind of helped propel the Bruins.
Anthony going to get it stolen, but tries to get the ball back and then gets called on a foul. Ball's going to go to the Tigers here, right at half court.
Got to be solid and communicate here on defense. Stay connected.
To Beer at the wing for the Tigers. Beer tries to get it in there, but it's going to get called for a foul.
Right idea, just a little aggressive.
Bruins already up to 3 fouls in this quarter. Might want to back off a little bit of the aggressiveness. So the Tigers going to get put into bonus.
Yeah, they just got to stay connected, communicate, rotate, keep feeding off the energy that they've gotten.
Tigers inbound it to Bowling. Bowling back to Barr. Barr cuts in off the screen from Mount. Lobs it into Mount off the pick and roll. Anthony tries to cut off the out pass to Barr. Barr puts up a 3 off the rim, though. Through 3 of the Tigers' hands into Mulligan. Mulligan tries to get inside Anthony. Didn't want to get it stolen, but it's going to get tipped away anyway. It's going to stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, a little unlucky right there. You had some numbers, trying to figure out what you want to do, and you just kind of dribble it off the leg there.
Tigers going to get it inbounded. Bowling dribbling up the floor slowly. Fakes a pass to Barr. Barr at the corner, or excuse me, the wing. Barr inside the Mount. Mount drives in, cross corner to Bowling. Bowling jump shot, floater, won't go. Rebound goes to Ferris. Anthony, bring it up the floor, slows it down. Looking for something here. Pass it to Mulligan. Mulligan on the wing. Triple threat, brings it out to the top. Mulligan back to Benner. Benner calling for something on the wing. Gets it to Ferris up top. Ferris looking for something, back to Benner. Benner waiting for a screen, waiting for a look from Mulligan. Mulligan's got it up top to Bruner. Bruner drives in, spin move, gets the ball stolen. It's now going to go to the Tigers with Barr. Barr brings it up the floor, out to Kiker. Kiker being forced way up top. Benner with a great steal. She's going to pick it up for the layup, way overshot, but it's going to get called on the foul.
Yeah, nice active hands there. Good job of not fouling, but disrupting the passing lane. Get the tip, go draw the contact.
Benner going to go to the line for the Bruins, shooting 2. Benner, first shot is up, and it's out of the back of the rim. Into the game for the Bruins, number 32, Megan Lane. And coming out, number 23, Cameron Ferris. Benner putting up her second shot. And it is also off the side of the rim. And offensive foul going to be called on Megan Lane. So with that, with a minute 30 left to play in the third quarter, the Bruins still up by 6, 28-22. Still a very low-scoring game. Lebanon inbounds it. Bruner tries to get the steal, but can't get it. Kiker now on a fast break. Kiker pulls it back out. Bruner with the steal coming back across the floor, though. Bruner to Anthony. Anthony slows it down to Benner in the corner. Anthony pulls it back out, calling a play. Bruner's got it at the wing. Bruner dribbles, picks up her dribble, inside to Benner. Benner on the wing, dribbles back out, picked by Bruner, back to Anthony. Anthony holds it at the wing, Lane with a pick. Anthony drives opposite, Anthony up with the layup, and it'll roll in. Anthony now extends his lead to 8 with just under a minute left to go in the third.
Really nice job there that time by Anthony using a jab step, got our defender off balance, right to the basket.
Lebanon, Kiker's got it up top. Kiker tries to drive, backs it out. Mulligan, great defense. Barr on the wing, 33 seconds up to play. Barr tries to drive, can't get it. Into Vanneman. Vanneman, jab steps, spin move, trying to get into the lane, back to Barr. Barr on the wing, crosses over, at the top, out to Beer. Beer to Kiker in the corner. Kiker goes out of the corner, nice pass, number 15, but blocked by Anthony. It's going to be out on Anthony, and the ball's going to stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, about the last 3 or 4 possessions that the Bruins have been on defense, their hands have been spot on. They've been active. They've been deflecting balls without getting fouls called. Let's see. Hopefully, can't give up something here. We got to defend this inbounds play.
Lebanon inbound lob to Beer. Beer at the top to number 44. 44 back to Beer. Beer on the wing, 10 seconds left to play. Beer puts up a three, just long. Bennett's up to rebound, 5 seconds left to play. Birds need to push it up the floor. Anthony crossing up. Jump stop three, just short. But the Bruins get a much-needed 8-point reliever lead, 30-22 at the end of the third.
Yeah, much better second half of the third quarter. That almost got away from them there, right? We talked about the importance of the 4-minute interval coming out of halftime. It almost got away from them. I thought that timeout by Coach, whatever she said over there in the huddle, must have resonated with the girls because they came out energized. From that point over, kind of took over the last part of that third quarter and have been able to push this up to an 8-point lead. Now, as we come out for the fourth quarter, we're going to need to keep that energy. Probably going to start dipping into the bench a little bit. You used a lot of gas to build that 8-point lead up, right? So you got to make sure your reserve players are on point, that they come in and bring that same level of play here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, you said it, Mr. Spears. The Bruins looking to keep this lead rolling, and the Tigers just as hungry, looking to take back that lead in these final 8 minutes.
Hey Cole, if you get a chance, would you be able to exchange that for a diet Mountain Dew? They didn't have any? Okay, all right, that's all good. Yeah, would you want to do that? Yeah, you can take that back. I haven't opened it. Okay, that's fine. If somebody else wants it, you can have it. I just can't have that much sugar. No, it's all good.
Bear going to take it out of bounds for the Bruins here, starting this fourth quarter. Bear inbounds it to Anthony, and we get these final 8 minutes underway. Anthony slowly bringing it up the floor, dribbles to her right. Out to Zunic up top. Zunic, hand off to Bear. Bear, pull up three. Oh, just in and out. Lane gonna come down with three of them. Lane pushes her defender back. Tries to get it, but Anthony gonna get it. Pull up jumper at the free throw line. Won't go. Again. Bruins gonna get a tip, and this time Zunic's gonna have it drop at the elbow. Bruins now up by 10. Tigers try and bring it up the floor. The Bruins again, looks like an a man-to-man press this time. Bear into the corner, out to Bowling. Bowling up top, holding it, waiting for a play to come. Out to Beer at the wing. Beer dribbling around the top of the key. Bear almost gets the ball. Bear playing
Good
great defense. Oh, it looks like Beer got tapped in the eye in an injury timeout.
Yeah, sometimes that happens when you got things going. Get somebody poked in the eye, incidental, maybe not catch it. Hope she'll be all right.
After that injury timeout, the Tigers going to have it just a little inside half court. Barr going to take it out into Richards. Bear with a great snatch block. Anthony going to come down with it. Anthony up with the layup, and it's good. Bruins extend the lead to 12 here with just under 7 minutes to play. Bowling, dribbling it across. Anthony's got it. Out to Barr. Lebanon trying to drive, but a foul going to be called on Bruner, looks like. Excuse me, Chloe Zunic. Lebanon going to have it under the basket. Lebanon looking for some inbound to Bowling in the corner. Bowling. Out to Vandermeer. Vandermeer short of the rim. And ball's going to be going back to the Bruins.
Nice job there, blocking out, forcing Lebanon. They're going to start getting a little bit more desperate here. There's going to be a little bit more contact coming. We're going to have to make sure we're ready for this. You can see they're already getting ready to pick us up here.
Anthony going to get it from Bruner. Anthony back to Bruner. Bruner into the trap. Tries to lob it to Bear, but it's going to be out on the Tigers. Really scary pass there. Could have been a turnover.
Yeah, you got to be ready for this now. Lebanon's going to turn the pressure up here, getting about 6.5 minutes. They're down by double digits. They're going to start shooting passing lanes. They're going to start putting ball pressure on you. You have to really be strong with the ball. Meet your pass, okay? Shorten the pass up by meeting it. Don't wait for the ball to come to you.
Anthony going to get the inbound out to Zunic. Zunic on the wing to Lane on top. Lane to Anthony on the wing. Anthony back to Bear. Bear for three, wide open.
Nice
It's good.
execution.
Give her three.
Nice screen, nice pop out. Lauren got her feet set, knocked it down.
Bear just helping extend this Bruin lead now, 37-22 with 6 minutes left to play. Richards got it. Crosses to the left, spins back out. Richardson picks up her dribble out to Barr. Barr up top, calling a play, looking for a screen. Mount, screen left. Barr pump fakes, Kansas going to get it out to Richards in the corner. Richards drives in, and going to be called a double dribble on the Tigers.
There was a nice job right there by Lauren. She was closing out up top. She did a good job of avoiding contact. You can tell she was kind of running out to get a closeout on a jump shot, and thankfully she kind of moved her body a little bit to avoid that foul. It was a nice job there.
Anthony
nice
dribbles
split
through the trap. Pump fakes of all Bear. Again, another open three. Just off the front of the rim. Bruner got the rebound, but it looks like she got pushed out of bounds. Foul going to be called. Going to give the Bruins the ball under the basket. Anthony takes the inbound, looking for somebody. Looks to Lane on the inside. Triple team. Lane puts it up, but nowhere to go. Anthony going to come down with it. Anthony telling them to hang on. Looks like trying to drain some of this clock out. Anthony hanging on to it up top. Out to Zunic on the left wing. Zunic on the wing. Dribbling out to Anthony, opposite wing. Anthony again. Calling out the opposite state spread. Bear. Got it on the wing. To Lane up top. Back to Bruner up top. Bruner spins his way from the defender, getting grabbed, and the foul's going to be called a little bit late, but the foul is going to be called.
I didn't think he was going to call it at first. I saw it from over here. She hooked her arm and pulled it pretty good. That's good. What you're going to get, though. I mean, that's exactly the level of physicality you're going to see here. You know, force the official to have to make the call. If they don't make the call, you know, then you get away with one there. So you got to be ready to expect that moving forward here.
Bruins try to get it inbound. As they did, the Bruins going to call a timeout here. As the Bruins up 37-22 with 4:51 left to play here. Mr. Spears, what do you think of this run the Bruins have been on? They're really starting to get into their rhythm. Lebanon really kind of starting to shut down. Do you think the Bruins can hang on here for these last few minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's a little under 5 minutes left. That's a lot of time, right? 15-point lead. You still have to stay focused. You have to execute. Basically, just play the game you've been playing here this last 8+ minutes or so, going back to the end of the first quarter, that little lull that we had there in the third quarter. I mean, we've been pretty dominant, I think, all night long as far as being able to execute. Again, a little bit of a letdown there, but all in all, I think if we take care of the ball, make good passes, be strong, I think we're going to close this thing out with a W. The one thing you cannot do in a situation like this, 15 points sounds like a lot, but if you give your opponent opportunities to score with the clock stopped, that really will chip into that lead. So we got to be smart. We've been active with our hands. There's no reason for us to have to force too much here. We just have to play smart.
Bruins going to inbound it to Anthony at half court. Lebanon looks like definitely trying to trap him at half court. See if they can get a 10-second call, but they won't. Anthony dribbles it back out to Bear. Inside to Bruner. Anthony for three. Doesn't pull it. Bear trying to clear it out. Bear getting heavily defended. Zunic inside to Bruner. Bruner cross court to Anthony. Anthony wide open three. Just off the front of the rim. Bear trying to play good defense, but a foul going to get called on Bear.
Now that's the kind of thing we have to be careful of. I'm sure Lauren's that's flat out hustle, right? She's just trying to make a basketball play, but you just have to know time and situation there to kind of back off a little bit. The three by Anthony was a nice shot. I mean, they were patient. They worked the ball. It was wide open, right? I think you're going to see them continue to work like that. They just got to be smart and not force anything.
Tigers bring it down the floor, inside to Beer. Beer, a little floater. It's good. Give Beer nothing there, too. 4 minutes left to play here. Bruins up by 13, 37-24. Anthony drives into Zunic in the corner. Zunic inside the lane. Lane trying to drive in. He's got nothing. Inside to Bear. Puts up a shot, and it's fouled on her way up. She's going to the line.
Yeah, nice cut by Lauren. Nice find by Megan. You get the bump on the back, and now you're shooting free throws.
Bear puts up her first free throw, and it's good, extending the lead to 14.
Good offensive rebound there.
Misses her second, but Brunner going to come down with the rebound. Brunner's got it in the corner. Anthony, and a hard foul there by Beer. That's going to put the Bruins into the bonus. And Anthony looks like she's going to the line for two.
At the line, shooting two for your Bruins, number 24, Anaya Anthony.
Anthony makes her first, and into the game for the Tigers, number 41, Mount.
Got a good crowd filtering in. Good crowd tonight for this girls' game. Boys' game on tap. Homecoming weekend. A lot of good stuff going on here this weekend at Tri-West.
Anthony makes her second. It's going to extend this lead to 16, 40-24 with just 3:45 left to play. Lebanon brings it across the court. Bowling's got it. Bowling dribbling across, out to Barr on the wing. Barr lob into Mount. Mount driving, spins, back out to Barr. Barr for three, off the front of the rim. Zunic going to come down with the rebound. Zunic to Lane. Lane out to Anthony. Anthony slowing it down, trying to drain some more clock. Anthony to Zunic. Zunic pump fakes, back out to Lane. Lane
Good patience.
to Anthony. Anthony dribbling. Beer going to get called for foul, and Anthony's going back to the line.
Yeah, good patience there by the Bruins, working the ball, not panicking. You're getting the double come, you're getting the pressure come. Just be solid. Good job there.
Anthony again at the line, shooting two. First shot is up, and it's good. Anthony sets up her second shot. It's up, and it's good, extending this lead to 18.
Bruins doing a nice job of knocking down their free throws here in the fourth quarter. That always helps secure these wins, makes them a little bit easier.
Bruins, even though they're up by a few points, still trying to press. Lebanon on a fast break down the lane, just in and out. Mount going to come down with the rebound, going to put it in for two. And the Tigers going to call a timeout.
30-second timeout, Tigers.
Well, the Bruins, I think if they just keep applying this pressure, they should walk away here with the win unless something really haywire goes wrong. But, I mean, even then with them draining this clock, I think the Bruins still have a pretty safe bet of making out of here with the win on homecoming.
Yeah, again, I mean, I'm sure Lebanon is over there right now talking about their press, what they're going to do. You got to be ready to meet any kind of trap, physicality, be strong with the ball, don't panic. One of the worst things you can do, and I used to tell our players this all the time, catch the ball and collect yourself. So many times a player will catch the ball and immediately try to turn and throw. That's a recipe for a disaster. Be strong, come down with it, collect it. You know the contact and everything's going to come. You just got to take care of the ball and let the officials make the call.
Both teams coming out of the timeout here. 3:07 left to play. 42-26. Your Bruins are up. Bruins going to get under the basket. Looks like the Tigers in a man-to-man press.
They're probably going to try to trap first pass here.
Lane intercepts the pass from the Lebanon defender. Lane back to Bear.
Clear
Bear
out.
cross court to Anthony, and they're going to get it across half court. Anthony just dribbling up top. Brings it back across the left. Out to Bear. Bear on the wing. Jab step in triple threat. Drives inside. Back out to Bruner. Bruner going to get called on a foul. Foul's going to be committed by number 3 on Lebanon, Bowling. And again, Lebanon, I think that's their 8th foul of the half. Bruner now back on the line. Bruner, first shot just a bit long and won't go. Bruner sets back up at the line for a second shot here. 2:45 left to play. Bruins still up 42-26. It's up, and Bruner makes her second, extending their lead by 1, now up to 17. Levin gets it in. Bruins going to fall back into a 1-3-1. Bowling brings it up, lobs it, tries to get over Zunic. Zunic with the tip, though. Levin going to come down with it. Kiker with a 3 in the corner, just off the back of the rim. Now going to come back down with the rebound and gets it to go. Bruins on the inbound. Bruner across the court to Bear. Bear drives in, takes the contact, puts up the shot. He's going to get fouled on her way up.
Yeah, good job by attacking the press here. You know, they're making smart passes. You just got to be careful not to get too hurried, turn the ball over. While we have this opportunity, I want to thank Miss Workman, the student council, Morgan Walters. They did a great job of planning today's pep session. I thought that was really a nice touch to have that winter pep session.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. I personally took part in the dodgeball myself for the junior class. Didn't really end well for our class, but we'll take our wins when we can, as Bear makes both their free throws, extending the lead 45-28. Lebanon brings it back down the floor. Bowling up top, bounces it to Barr. Barr drives in, pump fakes, stuck in the corner, out to Bowling, tipped by Bear. Bear on the floor trying to get the jump ball, but it's going to stay with the Tigers.
Jump ball position stays with the Tigers.
Tigers inbounding it, out to Bowling. 45-28, Bruins still up here with just over 2 minutes left to play. Beer in the corner, Beer with the 3, just in and out. Mountain going to come out with the rebound though. Barr drives in at the elbow, kicks it out to Beer. Beer again, this time inside the arc, it's going to get to go. And the Tigers going to call a timeout now, down to exactly 15 with 1:55 left.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say before that shot went, you know, you look up at the scoreboard and you see 1:55 up there and the Tigers have 28 points. That's pretty solid defense, right? I mean, even at 30. The Bruins have done a nice job defensively tonight, holding this Tiger scoring threat down. I don't know how much Bowling has tonight, but I'm willing to bet she's well under her average of 11 points a game.
Oh yeah, but I think Mount Miners have passed her tonight though, and it's probably a crazier field goal percentage. She's been really down there working hard trying to get those boards, and has been pretty good on her putbacks here. I think she's only missed 1 or 2 off those offensive boards.
Yeah, this will be a nice win for the Bruins. You know, you get a conference win, you get a win on homecoming weekend, you set the tone for the boys' game. So it's a nice job by the ladies coming out and answering the bell tonight.
Bruins going to get it under the basket. Again, Lebanon up in a press. Bruins inbound to Anthony. Anthony dribbling up the floor, going to get it across the line. Wide open lane. She sees that. Goes up against the big man. Is going to get the foul called. And again, Anthony's heading to the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of the same for the Bruins here this last 2+ minutes or so. Lebanon's tried to extend the pressure. And so far, the Bruins have done a nice job of breaking it down, and they're just going to keep attacking, you know. Forcing the officials to make calls is the right play. They're getting to the line, and, you know, hopefully they can ice this thing away here.
Anthony missing her first. Setting up for her second free throw, hoping to extend this lead to 16. Puts it up, and it's good. Bruins now up 46-30 with 1:49 left to go, as Lebanon brings it back down the floor. Bowling crosses to her left, lob pass to Barr in the corner, Barr into Mount. Mount this time will go off the glass. Anthony gets the rebound. Beer playing great heads-up defense, but Anthony got a crossover, is going to get it across the line. Zunic holds the ball at the wing. Kiker trying to foul, and she is going to foul.
Foul on Lebanon, number 21, Sophie Matthews.
And again, looks like Bruner going to be going to the line for 2 shots. It's almost not even worth it for Lebanon to foul anymore. It's just, even when they do foul, just giving them more shots to put up.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of those things where, you know, for the most part, the Bruins have been aggressive, still attacking once they break the press. There, it was just a foul out on the perimeter. You can't blame the Bruins for being aggressive. The more you have to try to make passes, you know, the more opportunities you get for turnovers. So it's always smart when you have a lane or an opportunity to go to the basket and score to try to do that. And that's, for the most part, what the Bruins have been able to do here this second half.
Bruins, Zunic made both the free throws, sends us lead to 18 with 1:22 left to play. Beer inside the bar. Bar kicks it back out. Going to be out of bounds, but Lebanon's going to keep possession.
Yeah, you can see just still nice job of the active hands by the Bruins disrupting the passing of the Tigers.
Beer gets the inbound into 10 in the corner. Bruins trying to trap Anthony with the tip. It's going to fall into Bear's hands. Bear looking at Zunic. A great pass. Oh, but it's just through Zunic's hand. Zunic going to save it from going out of bounds, though. Lane's going to get it, and a foul going to be called on Barr. And looks like Megan Lane's going to head to the free throw line.
Looks like some of the JV girls are going to get the last minute here. This would be a nice touch to be able to take probably Lauren off, you know, for the last time tonight, get a curtain call. Looks like both benches are going to empty.
Both benches look like going to rotate their starters. Lane puts up her first, and it's good.
Number 11, Chloe Canada.
Lane making her first free throw. Up with her second. Misses it. Bruins going to be up by 19, but Lane comes back with a rebound. Out to Bear. Bear, just under a minute left to play here. And the Bruins going to call a timeout, assumably a sub timeout for Dakin to come in.
Entering the game for your Bruins, number 12, Finley Dakin.
But no, a great touch, like you said, to put the JV girls in and to finish out this game. A great win, 49. Well, I guess it's not 49-30 yet. It's not official, so got 55 seconds left to play. But it's still, again, a great touch to finish out this game for the Bruins.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, you know, hopefully this is something where you can continue to build some momentum. You know, we had the Hendricks County tournament here not too long ago. That's a little bit of a, not distraction or disruption, but, you know, you played a couple of conference games, then you go and you do that, now you're back in conference. So you got that out of the way. You can kind of focus on the second half of your schedule here. We're back in the second semester, so hopefully the Bruins can just build some momentum here with this kind of a win.
Bear inbounds it to Thompson. Thompson dribbling to her right. Good pass to Canada, trying to cut in. Canada back to Thompson. Thompson to Bear. Bear going to hold it up top. 45 seconds left to play. Bear to Dakin. Dakin out to Canada. Canada back to Bear on the wing. Bear to Brooke Oldham. Oldham back to Bear. Bear at the top of the key now. Just 31 seconds left. Dakin on the wing. Up to Bear. Bear dribbling up top. Trying to drain out this clock. Oldham with the ball to Thompson in the corner. Thompson looking. Cross to Dakin at the top. Dakin back to Thompson. Thompson tries to drive. Can't get it to go. And again, another Bruin timeout to get better into the game, looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time. Number 14, Lauren Bear.
Standing ovation here for the Bruins. Lauren Bear, she exits the floor of this game. Another great game by her. Again, achieving 1,000 career points. What a night by her.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to feel good for her. That's a major accomplishment in any program at any level to score 1,000 points. That's a testament to all the hours, shots, dedication. So good on her.
Bruins just going to pass it around. Dakin with a three, just off. Canada can come down with the rebound. Jump ball and stay with the Bruins with 3.3 seconds left. Looks like these girls going to try and get a shot off, see and get their first career varsity points. Oldham going to inbound it. Oldham to Thompson. Thompson to Dakin. Dakin for three. Oh, just in and out at the end of the game, but your Bruins going to come away with a 19-point win, 49-30 here on homecoming night.
Yeah, great job, ladies. A lot of good things happen tonight. You get a milestone with Lauren Bear. You get a win to start off the homecoming night. You get a conference win. All in all, that's a really, really good win tonight and a good way to start this weekend for us here at Tri-West.
And now coming after this game, we will have our homecoming ceremony and then pregame for the Tri-West Bruins men's varsity game coming up right after this.